of all, very good evening, Rohit.
Good evening, sir.
You are at our platform where we have started a very good initiative for interview series for all the students. So I would like you, Rohit, to briefly introduce yourself.
Sir. Yes, sir. My name is Sagar, a graduate engineering in mechanical engineering from Usmania University, Hyderabad.
Okay.
I'm a resident of Telangana State. My current CGPA is 9.4. My favorite subjects are design, thermal, production. I have applied into few IITs on the basis of these specializations, and I have also applied for few PSUs like IOCL and BSI, and I'm going to apply for the DRDO, etc. And I am currently preparing for the interview. So, in the same regard, I have seen this notification in your group. So I just want to have a mock interview.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you for believing us for our platform, and it is for your benefit only. And
yes, sir.
you have cleared GATE exam this year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have cleared GATE exam with 66.29 marks, 739 score, and 1618 rank.
Great, great. Okay, so you are final year student or just passed out?
Yes, sir. I'm a 2020 pass out student. Final year student now.
Final student. So can you tell me briefly about your project which you have done?
Yes, sir. It's not complete. It is. Because of this lockdown period, it's just extended. So it is in progress. My project is on analysis of the cutting parameters in electrical discharge machining (EDM),
Okay.
where we are using Taguchi method to analyze the cutting parameters and try to achieve the best input point. For example, if we're doing 3 amperes of cutting, 3 amperes of current and some voltage of that, we will getting that point where it is an optimized result to be applied to get the best MRR
Okay.
and best surface finish.
Okay. So by cutting, what kind of product you are going to prepare from wire cutting?
We are going to get an electrode, sir. Its cutter is like an electrode. The electrode is made up of the copper, and the workpiece is made of aluminium.
Okay. So what is the formula for MRR? Can you tell me that?
It's like this, sir. Like we will be actually in the machining process. We will be measuring direct weight. For example, we will be measuring the weight of the workpiece before the machining process and after the machining process.
Okay.
There will be tray. The tray will be automatically measuring the amount of the workpiece that is still there. So the machine, like, it's going to calculate on its own. But however, we can have a formula like say here. We will know the density of the material, that is gram per centimeter cube, and this gram density is multiplied with the volume flow rate.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The volume of the material is getting chipped off continuously.
Okay.
Its density is multiplied with the volume flow rate. That is, so for example, if density is kg per meter cube,
Yes.
it is multiplied with the volume flow rate. It is meter cube per second. Then we will be getting the kg per second. Then after that we will multiply with the amount of the time that we are doing this experiment. And this particular time is like arc on time. It's not arc off time. It's arc on time. So when this arc is on, then only we will be. This particular term arc was in time is obviously in the building, but here we will be calling it as
Arc on.
it's a flow time. It's a current flow time like that.
Tell me one thing. What is the unit of MRR?
Metal remove rate. It is kg per second or gram per second, sir.
So you told me that you multiplied with time, and unit is per second. So it should come in divide.
Okay, sir. Like
Okay. Okay.
we can get it anyway, like that. Okay.
So what is the density of the material you are using for cutting?
Density is copper, sir. Aluminium. Aluminium is around 6,500. 6,500, sir. Around 6,500. It's not exact one. 6,500.
Okay. What is something unique about your project which is different from others that you are doing?
Like I would like to say that this is not different, but we want to learn something and we want to yes, we want to tell exactly that we know something, or we know this process exactly, because in the I have done internship in BHL, sir.
Okay.
So there they are using EDM, electrical discharge machining, for drilling some holes in a gas turbine blades.
Okay.
So but the proficient is not always available.
Okay.
So they have to be a third party. So what I would like to tell you is that EDM is not fully utilized, or it is not known by everyone. So in this regard, we would like to know about the EDM process and EDM machine, and we want to we will exactly like to know how to control it. So that is what our aim, sir. So in that we are selecting this process.
So as you told that you have done your training in BHEL for how many months?
Yes, sir. I mean it's like internship, sir, for 1 month.
1 month summer internship.
Yes, sir, summer internship.
Okay. Okay. So what are your favorite subjects, Rohit?
My favorite subjects are design, thermal, and production, sir.
Design, thermal, and production. Okay.
Yes.
So first of all, tell me, what do you understand by thermodynamics?
Thermodynamics is a branch of engineering. Thermodynamics is a branch of engineering where we will be dealing with a study of various thermodynamic laws and heat and its utilization, sir. Mainly, thermo means heat, dynamics means deriving the work from the heat. So it is like deriving work from the heat. How we are utilizing the heat and deriving the work. It's like thermodynamics.
As you told that there are laws in thermodynamics, can you briefly name them?
Zeroth law of thermodynamics, first law of thermodynamics, second law of thermodynamics, and third law of thermodynamics.
Okay. Why it was named as zeroth law of thermodynamics?
Because first law of thermodynamics is introduced first, but later the importance of zeroth law is more than the first law, because without that law, the first law would not exist. So so they have named, though it is the zeroth law is actually found later to the first law, but the importance of that law is much than the first law. So they have named it as.
Why is it so important?
Because thermal equilibrium, sir. The main intention of this zeroth law is thermal equilibrium. So we are mainly concentrated. We are mainly or at any point of time we are taking the results when the system has reached to some equilibrium, and that equilibrium is thermal equilibrium and thermodynamic equilibrium. So thermal equilibrium is so important. After reaching the thermal equilibrium, then only we can take the results. So it is very important.
So what does third law tells?
Third law tells that the entropy of the perfect crystal at absolute zero is zero. Means if you take a perfect crystal, its entropy at the absolute zero is zero. So that makes us a marking point where we can say that it acts like a base from where we can measure the entropy.
Zero.
But obviously,
Zero is Kelvin or 0 degree Celsius?
0 Kelvin, sir. But in the pure substances, we will take 0 degree centigrade as zero entropy.
So tell me that, is 0 Kelvin possible?
0 Kelvin, obviously not possible, sir, because at the 0 Kelvin there is no matter exists.
Okay. So if I take a Carnot engine, okay, what will happen to its efficiency if we take a 0 Kelvin? We achieve 0 Kelvin. What will be the efficiency?
It means that it's lower. It means that it's lower temperature. That is where heating generated is zero.
Okay.
It means that we can get 100% efficiency, sir. T1 by T1 we get 1.
So is there any device where efficiency is 100%?
No, sir, because irreversibility is inevitable.
So you are saying no. Then what is perpetual motion machine?
We have two perpetual motions, sir. Perpetual motion machine of first kind and perpetual motion machine of second kind, which does not obey the first and second law respectively. So in the first law, the perpetual motion of first kind, there will be no any heat input. Even then, we are able to gain 100% of work. Like there is not at all heat input, but we will gain some amount of the work we will gain. That is first law of that is perpetual motion of first kind. The second kind, there is no any device which it is like the reservoir, the sink is not there. Means if you are giving some amount of the heat, that will be directly converted to the work without any heat rejection to the sink.
Okay, okay. So tell me that if you are having a clinical thermometer, suppose you are having a clinical thermometer and the readings are not marked over it. So how
Yes,
are you
sir.
going to calibrate that?
We can calibrate using uh, the, uh, like C minus zero. Like we have some fixed standard C minus zero, C minus lower fixed point by upper fixed point minus lower fixed point is equals to some. We can equate the same readings with the another scale.
Practically, how are you going? You are not having readings marked over it. So what are you going to do with that practically?
If I'm a normal person, I'll just check with my body. So I will definitely get around 36.9 degrees. So, like if I'm a normal person, I will get that reading. I will using that reading, and I will take some. Obviously, if that thermometer is available, it will be available in the medical shops. So I will get some ice. So I will get some 0 degrees centigrade. So I will just some graduations I will make something. I will take my body temperature as a reference, and I will take that medical shop's ice as a reference.
Okay,
If it comes up.
okay, but you will be having only 2 points then. What about other points? If I
Yes, sir.
want, if I am
After,
having some other object on which I place the thermometer, how I will get, how you will be able to know?
yes, sir. Like how I said, 0 degrees. I know 36 point. I mean, if my body temperature, if I'm normal, my body temperature will be around 37 degrees. So like I will be knowing the 0 point. I will be knowing the 37 point. Then I will make 37 divisions. Then same division I will mark on the upside also. Same division or whatever the distance that I am getting.
Hmm.
I will mark the same on the 37 above 37 also.
Okay.
I will make up to around 100. I can make go up to 100 only. If you are
So
going
for
with the
100
clinical
you can,
thermometer.
so for 100 you can place that in boiling water also, right?
Yes, sir. But again, it requires gas consumption. So I mean, a
So
fire I need to lit. So okay,
so
that's also
I have not told that you can stand in a kitchen and boil a water. Okay.
okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, tell me that why have you listened about Soderbergh criteria in machine design?
Sir,
Soderbergh
yes, sir.
criteria. So
Yes, sir. It is
why is it said that it is so conservative in nature?
because the dimensions that are obtained from the Soderbergh criteria are very high. Means we are providing the huge amount of the factor of safety. That is the reason why it is conservative. So if you are going with the Gerber criteria, it is an approximate result. Means the dimensions that we are providing in the Gerber is very less when compared with the Soderbergh. That is the reason why Soderbergh is said to be conservative.
Okay. Can you
The factor of
te-
safety and the dimensions are more certain. Yes.
can you tell me some applications of sunk key?
Sankey, yes sir. Sankey is that key where in which the key, half portion of the key will be in the hub and half portion of the key will be in the shaft. So this is particularly used for the power transmission.
Okay.
Like if you say if you are going to a Girni for a mill, so the pulley will be attached with the with this sort of key, sir.
Okay. Tell me that can what kind of lubricant we use for forging operation?
For forging operation, we can go with we can for forging operation we can go with we can that that what is it that carbon will be powdered, sir. Carbon powdered.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure, sir, but I have read somewhere, sir. That's it. Some powders will be used, but I don't know exactly what kind of powders.
Tell me some defects of forging defects.
Forging forging. It's like when you are pressing, it's like don't know. I know, but I'm not remembering. So,
Have you heard the term hot tears?
flash, like flash and gutters is one kind of defect, and insufficient of the material.
Is
We'll
a
get some.
defect. Are you sure flash and gutter is defect?
Like it is intentionally provided, obviously, but if that flash is provided in less, we'll get we will get a bubble kind of thing, or some blisters will be there, some hot cracks, like you said, hot
Hot.
tears. Hot tears is because of the residual stresses.
Okay. Tell me, Rohit. Rohit, what's your full name? What is your
Sanjay Rohit sir.
Rohit? Okay. So tell me that what is the practical application of continuous casting? So practical application.
Continuous casting, yes sir. It's in the continuous casting, the pipes or rods will be produced, sir. This kind of technique can also be applied with the polymers and plastics, etc. So where in a large tank, huge amount of the material will be taken, and that is flowing through some nozzle, some orifice kind of thing. There in this process, it is getting cooled,
Okay.
and by the time it's getting completely cooled, it's getting deformed into one or the other shape.
Okay. So, as you have done training in BHEL, so
Yes, sir.
in what kind of department you were working there as a trainee?
So, manufacturing of the gas turbines.
Okay. So, have you seen a governor there?
Governor, no, sir.
Is there any governor in that plant?
No, sir. This is like just an assembly kind of thing, sir. So, like it is assembly of only blades, casing, and rotors, compressors, and that IC engine part of thing, like where combustion chamber we like to say. It's just an assembly kind of thing, sir. It is not around about any governing kind of thing, sir.
Okay.
But I know the governor.
Okay. So, tell me one thing that there was a boiler was there? Was there any boiler?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Was it a drumless or drum type boiler?
It's a drumless, sir.
Why drumless?
White drumless, like they are just manufacturing there,
What is
but they are
drumless
not
boiler?
using. Sir,
What do you mean by drumless boiler?
drumless boiler is a Benson boiler where we don't have any storage for the water, where we do not need water to get stored before it enters into the boiler, or where we don't want the steam to be stored in the boilers, because in the boiler water will be stored for some time, and in the intervals the steam will also be stored. So if if the steam is getting continuously used, or if the water has to live continuously, there we don't use drum.
Okay. Okay, Rohit. So let's end up the interview here. Okay. And
Okay.
you gave good answers also. Some revisions is also required. And first of all, that thanks for believing at our platform and having an interview. Okay. And
Yes, sir.
we will surely upload this interview over our channel so that you can watch what were your mistakes and what did you said rightly, okay, in the interview. So it will boost up your preparation definitely. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Be prepared, do preparation, okay, for your future endeavors. All the best, Rohit. Okay, thank you.